Hey guys, good morning. Um, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Uh, I'm making this very short video because I realized the video yesterday about my eyes was way too long, and while many of you were commenting sweet messages to me, and I do appreciate it, um, wishing me well, I don't think you watched all the way through, and that's okay. It was a very long video and way too long, admittedly. Um, the purpose that I of for me to make that video yesterday was because really I wanted to share some important information for all of you that are also on GLP-1 medications. That was my intention. I just didn't get to the point, and I apologize. So here are the key points that I wanted you to realize what I learned, in case you don't already know. Um, that eye stroke condition that the lawsuits are about with Eli Lilly and Novo, um, it can happen to anybody, but your risk is increased depending on the comorbidities that you have, such as diabetes is a big one, um, cancer, any kind of illness, um, beyond, and it can be autoimmune disease too, depending on how severe it is. Because autoimmune disease is a very wide range of conditions, and the severity within each condition is also a wide range. Um, this is not to alarm anybody, because it's a very small, sorry, they're making noise now. It's a very small, let me see if I can move. Gosh, I just can't win some days. All right. It's a very small percentage of people that have this happen to them. But something that is very important that I wanted to get across to you guys, and that is if you're getting a GLP-1 medication from a telehealth type place where you really can get it without too much intervention, let's say, please make sure that you talk to your primary care doctor as well and that you're getting lab work regularly. I get mine every 3 months, which the eye doctor said that was good. One of the things that she pointed out was don't let the doctor just check you for diabetes. You have to get a CBC or some kind of complete panel of blood work when you're getting checked, whether it be every month, every 3 months, whatever your doctor and you decide is best for you. It's important that you get checked beyond just your A1C. I don't have diabetes. I'm on Zepbound for weight loss only. Well, that's not true. I'm on Zepbound because of my autoimmune issues. That's a whole other video. But to keep this short, please just make sure if you're not seeing an actual, not that you're not seeing an actual doctor, but if you're not walking into the doctor's office and they're not ordering regular lab work routinely, please have them do that and make sure it's not just to check your A1C. They need to check everything. So if there's any kind of indication of blood clots or blood vessel or arterial issue, it can be spotted early. Or any indication of just anything not right, it can be spotted early because that could prevent potentially that issue that some people are experiencing with sudden blindness, known as the eye stroke. Um, the other thing that, oh, and I wanted you to know that the doctor also said this can happen to anybody regardless of whether you're on a GLP-1 or not. It's just that with every comorbidity, you have an increased chance of it happening, an increased risk. Um, and what else was I going to tell you that I wanted you to know that was really important? I think, Brenda. Um, I lost my thought and I apologize, and I don't want to make this another ridiculously long video because I know nobody's going to sit through it, and I don't blame you. I was watching it and I didn't even want to sit through it, and that's the truth. So just please, don't panic. It's a very small percentage of people that are happening. There's a higher risk to those with diabetes. There's a higher risk to those on semaglutide as opposed to tirzepatide. In other words, Ozempic and Wegovy seem to have a higher risk than Mounjaro and Zepbound, but it can happen regardless. And with all these new GLPs coming out, um, it's just something that you want to pay attention to. So don't forget your eyes. Go at a minimum for your annual every year. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. Even if your eyes look super healthy, the doctor said it can happen at any time, and there is very little just by looking at your eyes, even in the back of it and everything, to predict that this would happen. It could just happen suddenly. It could happen in you go to sleep one night and wake up the next morning blind. It could happen in the middle of the day. You're doing something, everything's fine, and all of a sudden, boom, eye stroke. Um, there's really no way to prevent it, but there are indicators where you might be at higher risk. And that's why it's important to get your eyes checked and it's important to get your blood work. So nobody panic. This is not to be an alarmist. Um, Again, very, very low risk, even with diabetes and comorbidities, very low risk of this happening, but it is something that that can happen, and I wanted you to be aware. And that was the point of yesterday's video, and I'm sorry I just didn't get to the point like I did today. Even today I have trouble. I have trouble articulating my thoughts and saying them in the video, so I apologize for talking so slow and making them so long. I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend, happy Friday, and please don't panic, don't become paranoid, but do stay vigilant on your eye care, your health care, and your lab work, especially if you're not seeing the doctor other than by computer. Have a great day. Bye.